In this video, we're gonna have a fireside chat about the best stock market trading app, in my humble opinion, and my experience with some of these trading apps in general. And without further ado, let's jump into my computer this time. How this video is going to work is I'm gonna talk about my judging criteria of what I consider to be a really good trading app. And then using my criteria, I'm gonna go through the different categories of trading apps. Now you have trading apps with the big four banks, and then you have other providers. And I'll go through both as much as I possibly can and share some of my personal experience as well. Now, before we get into that, I just want to give you a quick update on my portfolio. Now, with what's happening in the world right now, I'm not overly fussed about my total returns because I'm in it for the long run. And I know that as long as I keep investing, no matter the times are good or bad, and not be stupid and buy Lamborghinis with my money, I definitely think I'll be okay. And the interesting thing is that over the last month, my total return for my portfolio is actually positive. And over the next couple of videos, I'm going to dedicate a bigger portion of those videos to explain why I've invested into different listed investment companies, why I've chosen to buy into AMD, or why I've chosen to buy ResMed, etc., etc. A few of you guys have asked me that question a few times, so I do want to take the time to answer that in the next couple of months. So this is my portfolio update for the last month and the last 2 weeks. To be honest, I haven't really been paying that much attention to it, but that's the portfolio update. So this is my judging criteria when it comes to a great stock trading app. I personally really dislike fees. I just don't like them at all. Now, with the different options available in the US, a lot of the times investors in the US actually have the ability to trade for free in the US. And frankly, we just really don't have that here. And I'm not sure if I talked about it in some of my previous videos. And one of the bigger reasons why I went down a listed investment company and not buy individual shares is because of transaction fees. If I had to build a dividend growth portfolio with individual shares, I'll be broke from just transaction fees. So I hate them with a passion, and my second judging criteria is never forget the first one. My third judging criteria is really the track record of the platform and how long has the company been in existence. I just want to know if they've ride through some of the bad times of the economy, and frankly, I don't really care too much about the information the platform gives you because I do my research elsewhere. I just want to be able to buy and sell shares in the most affordable, secure way possible. So those are my judging criteria. And bonus, if the platform can trade international shares, I'll talk about that more in just a second. Now let's start with the big four banks because that's probably where most people are familiar with. Now personally, I've been banking with Westpac my entire life. So when I started thinking about investing, it was a bit of a no-brainer to see if Westpac had an option for trading. And of course they did. And when it comes to buying domestic shares in Australia, the transaction fees between the big four banks are largely the same. It's about $20 or a percentage, whichever is greater. All of the big four banks allow you to trade international shares after you fill in a crap ton of applications. Now, you already have to go through a crap ton of paperwork just to sign up to a trading platform. After you do that, if you want to trade international shares with the big four banks, there's a lot more applications that you have to fill in before you get access to that part. Not to mention, the transaction fees for trading international shares are crazy expensive. Now, when you trade with big four banks, you are paying about $20 US just to trade up to about $5,000 of stocks. Now, not only that, they also take a currency conversion fee when you buy and when you sell. So again, for me to build a dividend portfolio using big four banks trading app, I'll be broke from just transaction fees. It's just way too expensive. The track record is something that all of you are pretty familiar with. Now, Westpac is the oldest bank, but CBA is our biggest bank, and CBA was originally owned by the Australian federal government. So in terms of trust and also, being able to trade securely, yes, the big four banks that's why they're the big four banks. When it comes to starting off investing, trading with big four banks, absolutely not a problem. I think it's fine if you're starting off, but when you're a day trader, when you want to trade international shares, I just don't want to pay so much fees. And it's just so expensive to do anything on the big four bank trading app. But if you're just starting off and you want to trade in a very secure way and just to get started, sure, the big four banks are a great place to start. But for me, I got to a point where I started investing around $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and I was just so sick and tired of paying transaction fees, and I wanted to look into international shares too. So I looked into other options. Now, like I said, I got to the point where I was very tired of paying transaction fees every time I invest in different listed investment companies or even thinking about buying a stock. And towards the middle of 2018, I've really taken investing seriously, and I wanted to look at other different options that will allow me to to trade at a more affordable price, but not compromising on the security features. So the two trading apps that I have the most experience or exposure with is CMC Markets and also IG trading. Let's start with transaction fees. Now, both of them, when you're buying domestic shares in Australia, it's a big improvement compared to Big Four banks' transaction fees. With Big Four banks, you're essentially paying anywhere between $20 to about $15 per trade, whereas CMC Markets and also IG trading, you're essentially paying about $8 or $11 per trade. Now, I have to say, with CMC Markets, I'm grandfathered into a plan where I'm allowed to trade for $9.50. I think over the years, it did go up a little bit. But between those two, it's really a big improvement from trading with the Big Four banks. Now, the good thing about both of these trading apps is that when you sign up to an account, you immediately get access to international shares. You don't have to fill in an additional form just so that you can trade international shares. But the thing also is that when it comes to transaction fees for international shares, both of them are still very expensive. Not only are you paying when you're buying and selling, you're also paying on currency conversion fees. One of the reasons why I've also been a little bit more deterred from investing in international shares is because of the double dipping. You're paying transaction fees and you're paying currency conversion fees. There are fees everywhere. AMD was very, very attractive to me, so I paid the price on CMC and I didn't care. This is a screenshot of what you will see on the trading app, and I have to say, when it comes to user experience, I have to give it to IG trading. They put in a lot more time on the app itself, and they put in a lot more time on the desktop version as well. But to be honest, at the time of looking into different trading options, CMC gets the job done. But one of my biggest pet peeves with these trading apps is that they have a horrible, absolutely awful portfolio overview. That's why whenever you see portfolio updates from me, it's never a screenshot from any of these apps. It's always from ShareSite. Whenever I want to give you a portfolio update, I want you to see the progress of where I started from to where I'm at now, just so that you can see the progress, you can see my capital gains, my dividends, and also the total returns. You just can't really do that in the other trading platforms. I have no idea why, but I just found that with the overview feature, ShareSite is just so much better. And this is a free software as well. So if you want to check it out, feel free to go check it out. I don't really have an affiliate link, but I found ShareSite to be the most useful when it comes to tracking my portfolio and getting an overview like this. So let's talk about track record. IG Trading was founded in 1974 and their net assets is about 810 million pounds. Both of these companies are UK based, by the way. And CMC Market was founded in 1989 and their net assets about 231 million pounds. So between those two, I have to say that one of the reasons why I put so much emphasis on track record is that I just want to know, are they able to ride through some of the tough times? And so far, they've been able to do it. And IG Trading is obviously doing better, but we'll see. Now, when it comes to buying and selling domestic shares in Australia, it's a massive improvement if you move from the Big Four banks to other options. Now, when it comes to international shares, I can't say the other options are actually better than the Big Four banks because they're largely the same. But thankfully, there's a new option in Australia that allows you to do it brokerage free. And we're going to get into that now. Now, if you're interested in trading international shares, especially in the US, we have a new entrant here in Australia called Stake. Now, they're not new as in they only started the company about just 2 or 3 years ago. They actually started in 2009. So it's been a little while. Now, the good thing about Stake is that it actually allows you to do unlimited US market trades brokerage free. The only thing you have to pay is a foreign exchange fee of 70 cents per $100. Now, this was more of a recent announcement that they decided to charge a subscription fee of $9.50 per month for unlimited trades. And frankly, that's still a really, really good deal compared to what you have to pay for domestic trading platforms or even some of the other options. So it's still a very good deal. And the other thing that's also pretty freaking awesome is that there's fractional shares. That means you don't have to wait until you have $2,000 to buy one share of Amazon. You can buy $10 worth of Amazon stocks if you want. Now, I just want to say that I am not sponsored by Stake whatsoever, but I do have a special announcement for you. Now, as you know, over the last couple of videos where I share more and more of my portfolio, my thesis when it comes to investing is more oriented around dividend growth investing. Now, it's all about how I can generate more income with my portfolio because that is a truly passive form of income and I am obsessed about it. And the one thing I haven't really been able to do when it comes to dividend growth investing is I haven't had the ability to build a dividend growth portfolio with individual stocks because of the transaction fees here. But with Stake, I can. I'm enabled to buy individual US stocks brokerage free and I can actually build a portfolio of companies I want to invest in. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for the rest of this year and moving forward. Now, every Saturday or Friday, if you're in the US, I'm going to update you on my main Australian portfolio and also my Stake dividend growth portfolio. And within each of those episodes, I'm going to go through some of the recent news and how some of the recent news have shaped my thesis when it comes to my positions in the different stocks and why I've chosen to invest in a different stock. I've actually already deposited the money, and next week's episode, I'll be revealing what stocks I'll be investing in the US. So I'm very, very excited to share my research with you and also what I'm going to invest in. So thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. It really does help out my channel. And I'm really hoping that I've shed a lot more light in terms of why I decided to go with CMC markets and also why I decided to go with stake for my dividend growth portfolio. Now, as usual, if you enjoy content like this, make sure you gently destroy that like button and subscribe to my channel, click onto the bell so you'll be the first one to know when I release more content like this. And he's gonna do the honors again. Until next time, see you soon.